Greetings and welcome to this video on JavaScript interview questions and answers. My name is Michelle AI, and our focus today is on JavaScript conditional branching, a topic frequently discussed in front-end interviews. As we explore this subject, you will not only deepen your understanding of JavaScript, but also refine your skills for your next JavaScript interview. During the video, we'll pose a question for you to answer, followed by the correct response. We will give you 15 seconds to answer each question. Optionally, you can pause the video if you need more time. Although we will be focusing on interview responses, it's important to be familiar with the technical aspect of each topic. You can find detailed technical responses under the conditional branching category on our website at hellojavascript.info. So, let's get started with the first question. What is conditional branching in JavaScript? Here is the interview response. Conditional branching involves using statements like if-else and else-if to execute specific code blocks, depending on whether certain conditions are met, allowing for dynamic behavior. Let's move on to the next question. What is an if statement in JavaScript? Here is the correct answer to this question. An if statement is a conditional statement that checks a specified condition and executes a block of code if the condition is true. If the condition is false, the code inside the if statement is ignored. Let's move on to the next question. Can you execute more than one statement in an if statement? Here is the correct answer to this question. Yes, you can execute multiple statements within an if statement by enclosing them in curly braces to form a code block. This lets you perform various actions based on a single condition. Let's look at the next question. What type of conversion does the JavaScript if statement use? The correct interview response is: the JavaScript if statement uses implicit type coercion, converting the condition to a Boolean value. This is done through the abstract equality comparison algorithm, often called loose comparison. Let's move on to the next question. Can you pre-evaluate a condition for use in an if statement? This is the correct way to answer this question. Yes, you can pre-evaluate a condition by assigning its result to a variable, and then using that variable as the condition in the if statement. Let's look at the next question. Is there a way to handle false conditions in an if statement? This is the correct way to answer this question. Yes, we can use an if-else statement to handle false conditions. Let's move on to the next question. If you want to test a variety of circumstances, what kind of conditional statement can you use with an if statement? Here is the response to this interview question. To test various circumstances, you can use else-if clauses along with the if statement, creating a chain of conditions to check before executing a specific code block. Let's move on to the next question. Can you assign a variable depending on a condition in an if statement? Here is the response to this interview question. Yes, in JavaScript, you can assign a variable depending on a condition in an if statement. Let's look at the next question. Is there a shorthand version of the if statement that you can use in JavaScript? Here is the interview response. JavaScript offers a shorthand version called the ternary operator for simple if-else statements, allowing for concise inline conditional evaluations. Let's move on to the next question. What is the syntax of an if statement in JavaScript? Here is the correct answer to this question. In JavaScript, the syntax for an if statement starts with the keyword if, followed by a condition in parentheses. Then, code blocks for true and optional false conditions are enclosed in curly braces. Let's look at the next question. What is the else keyword used for in JavaScript? This is the correct way to answer this question. The else keyword is used in conjunction with an if statement to provide an alternative code block to execute when the condition of the if statement is false. Let's move on to the next question. What is a switch statement in JavaScript? This is the correct way to answer this question. A switch statement is a control structure used to execute different code blocks based on the value of a specified expression, simplifying multiple if-else conditions. Let's look at the next question. What is the syntax of a switch statement in JavaScript? Here is the response to this interview question. The switch statement syntax includes the switch keyword, followed by an expression that is compared to values in each case block. When a match is found, the code in the corresponding block is executed. Optionally, a default clause is added. Let's move on to the next question. What is a ternary operator in JavaScript? Here is the response to this interview question. A ternary operator in JavaScript is a concise, shorthand way to write simple if-else statements. Let's look at the next question. What is the syntax of a ternary operator in JavaScript? Here is the correct answer to this question. In JavaScript, the syntax of a ternary operator consists of a condition, followed by a question mark, the expression for the true case, a colon, and finally the expression for the false case. Now, for the final question. Can multiple conditions be combined in a single if statement? This is the correct way to answer this question. Yes, multiple conditions can be combined in a single if statement using logical operators such as and, or, and not to create complex conditionals. We've now come to the end of this video on JavaScript conditional branching. We hope that you found it to be informative and valuable. Be sure to join us for the next video, where we'll take a closer look at logical operators. Thank you for watching.